Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. These are my books, and I have my favorite one here.
Come when I call, puppy. Please, 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 please.
This one is my favorite book. My teacher in first grade, she read it to me, and I loved it.
You ready to read this one?
Yeah, I'll wait and see with it.
Come on, let's go. It's time to start our new rock show.
Do you like it when your mom reads to you?
Of course. Let me drive the bus.
God, who's this? An elephant.
Do you like it when your mom reads to you?
Yeah, because she's my best friend.
Why do you like it when your mom reads to you?
Because I love her and I love books.
Imagine for a moment, where would we be without this gift of literacy?
Do I think that there are students in my classroom who don't know how to read? I think there are students in my classroom who deeply struggle with reading, absolutely.
%30 of Michigan third graders have not been afforded the gift of literacy.
There is a right to education. There is a right to know how to read.
This is important to me because I have a third grader right now. This is a very big piece of legislation.
This right to read by third grade, this is where I think the con comes in. You can't mandate these kinds of standards when there's varied access to literacy.
I don't want to see my child held behind, and I don't want to see any other child held behind.
Everybody wants our kids to be reading. We know that retention is not research-based, so that is not the solution.
The whole point of the legislation was not to hold kids back. I don't want to hold kids back. I want kids tested and intervened with and helped, but we've got to have a stick to make it happen.
I am not going to remove the hope of a 9-year-old. That they're working hard, that they're playing by the rules, they're doing everything right, they're 9 years old. And then you take it away. What do you think they're going to do for the rest of their educational career? They're not going to try, because they played by the rules and they got screwed anyways.
Children who are not reading proficiently in third grade are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school, and 7 out of every 10 prison inmates cannot read above a 4th grade level.
A couple of weeks after I introduced the legislation, my father-in-law, Don, stopped me before I left and he said, "Just want you to know I'm really proud of you for introducing this legislation." He proceeded to tell me that he could not read until he was in 8th grade. And for him to admit something like that to me was just kind of took my breath away, and nobody caught on to the fact that he couldn't read.
So concerning the third grade law, it was passed in an effort to improve reading achievement for all students. So that was the goal behind the third grade law. The first question is one word to describe how you feel about the reading law.
Challenging.
Pressured. Anxious.